All right, here, just want to do an update on this Pontiac 3.6 liter engine timing chain. Um, what I found out was actually bank two side over here is pretty good on the chain. Even when it turns around, the chain is pretty solid. Everything's seemed to be snapping back there on the cams pretty good. But when I turn bank one over here, I get a lot of slack in play in this chain. If you can see that there, a lot of slack in that chain. What I found out is one of these cams is bad. Most likely this one. This one is snapping pretty hard, making a louder popper than all the rest. So the other ones are holding pretty firm, but this one is slipping. So that cam is slipping, and it's causing the slack in this chain. And let's see, and when I put tension from off the torque converter to the chain, you'll see it pop back up a little bit more tension. Watch. See? Now you'll hear it pop. See? You'll hear that pop on that side. That was a nice solid pop. Watch this side, you'll hear a louder pop. All right, here it goes. It should pop. See, it's a louder pop on this side. Now, the chain is tight. See, only when I rotate it forward, see, that chain is still tight. Both chains are tight. Now, when I rotate it forward, try that again. I'm doing this with one hand. You will see the slack now come back in that chain. See? You saw the slack come back in that chain? See, there it goes. So the problem is on this side, one of them cams is bad. Now, what I suggest is on these 3.6 liter engines, if you replace the timing chains, make sure you replace the timing chains and cams, because that is the major problem of this engine. I replaced the chains. I did a very good time replacing the chains, but I also made another mistake. Once you line these chains on the proper settings, this side will be the L's, this side over here will be the R's, or this side will be the R's, this side will be the circles. At the bottom it will be all the holes or the lines or the dots. Okay, what I didn't do when I put it on, I installed all the chains in stage 2. You have to rotate stage 1, rotate stage 2, take the chain off, then rotate the stage 1, take that chain off and the bottom chain off, then this chain off. Then put this chain on and put the bottom chain on. Rotate back to stage 2 to put that timing chain on. Now, if you do not do that, you'll end up with the problem of the timing being off. It'll still run, but these marks on the timing chain itself will never come back around and seat back in place. That's the mistake I made. So by it's coming all back off, I have to realign it, replace them cams, and make sure I rotate stage 2, then rotate to stage 1, then from stage 1, rotate it back to stage 2, and that'll take care of the timing issue on this 3.6 liter engine. That's what I didn't do. It was my first time replacing the timing chain, and I just learned a very hard lesson on this about how the timing works on the 3.6 liter engine. So I hope this video be helpful. You're better off just replacing the cams and the chains. Make sure none of your glides and all your parts that come into your timing chain kit are broken, because one of mine was broken. I had to glue it on, and when I glued it on, it seemed to be holding it pretty well. I thought that would have been a problem on this, but there's no videos on YouTube about this. So hopefully this video will be helpful when it comes to taking off the chain. When I start breaking this down, I'm gonna post the other video about the timing chains on this. But my suggestion, if you're gonna do this timing change on this 3.6 liter engine, replace the chains and the cams. Might as well, because you might end up having the same problem I just had on this. It was throwing a timing chain cold. Yes, it may not always be oil. Yes, it may not always be the timing, but that's the issue I just had with mine. And after doing some hard research, I found it. So hopefully this video will be helpful. I'm gonna do some seafoam and clean out the rest of the engine and the intakes and stuff. Make sure all them cylinder heads down in there are pretty good and clean. I'm gonna do that when I'm done. They seem to be pretty good, but there you got it. I think I'm gonna be able to solve the problem once I change that cam or both them cams on this side. Or if I have the capability, I'm going to just change them change all four. So there you got it. I think I'll be good once I get all this back together.